Hi, how are you today? We now come to the part of the book where we're going to have a more detailed and applied analysis of each of the cardinal points of the strategy compass. And the first one we are going to start with is an analysis of the markets addressed by the company. You know, I think this is so important. It's so important for managers to be able to make a judgment about the likely quality of any market before they spend a single penny on it. Is the market likely to be excellent? Is it likely to be average? Or is it likely to be ghastly? Let's look and see how we could do that. We will do it by decomposing every market into three levels. The first level is an overall view of the markets addressed using as our template for instruction the strategy compass. The second level is to look at the actual market niches and see the detail of them. And the final level is to look at the customers that we are seeking to address in those markets and making judgments about the ones that we should pursue most avidly. At the first level, we have the markets addressed using the strategy compass. And here is the strategy compass with which you will be familiar, and it's set out in the order CALM. It's in that order for memory purposes so that you will remember the letters CAM, but in most strategic plans we will tend to start with the markets addressed. And let me take the markets addressed, which are outlined there in blue, and make it somewhat bigger. The markets addressed. When we are looking at the markets being addressed, we have along the top the time horizon. I've put today, next year, 1 year ahead. You decide what it should be for your company. And on the left hand side we have the strategy compass characteristics which determine the quality of the market, the size of the market, the growth rate of the market, the degree of concentration of the market, the purchase amount, the life cycle, and the percentage of people in trade unions. I'm not quite sure why that one's there, but it's there. And in my opinion, if you are able to complete that table, it will enable you to have a judgment about the overall quality of the overall markets that you addressed. The second level is at the level of the niche. And at the level of the niche, we can have number one, the sales, the life cycle, the growth rate, the number one competitor, the big threat, the scope for maneuver, and the strategy. And down the left hand side we have the individual product names. I've just called them 1 to 6. The real purpose of this is to foster discussion among managers about every aspect of each of those niches. We can also look at it from another point of view, and this is a slight repeat of the product market portfolio. There's the product names down the left hand side, and then we have the change in sales over 1 year, today, next year, 2 years ahead, etc. The final level in this analysis is to look at customer groups analysis. And what we can do is we can put the name of our customers. These are the major customers, our major customer groups, along the left hand side. What are our comments on each of those customers? What are our sales to each of those customers? How important is each of them to us? Who is our number one competitor in relation to each customer? What is our goal in relation to each customer? Do we want to be their number one supplier for that product, their number two, or an also ran? And what is our future strategy in dealing with each of those customers? This again is concerned with fostering discussions about our customers and seeing to the heart of their natures. This is a fairly short podcast, and as usual, the credits show that almost everything is Apple. And it just remains for me to thank you for listening to this podcast, to hope you listen to some more, and goodbye and thank you.